Hi, third graders. Today we're going to take a look at some more division word problems. I've written out a few here. So the first one that we're going to look at is Joan has $30 in $5 bills. How many $5 bills does she have? Now for this problem, we can do our skip counting. So remember, that's one of our strategies that we can do. And remember, what is the inverse operation or the opposite operation of division? That's right, it's multiplication. So when you see that something's being divided, you can automatically say, well, what times this smaller number gives me this bigger number? So we're going to do that by using the Skittle game. Most of you have seen the Skittle game. If you have not, when we come back to school, I'll make sure that I show this to you. All right, so in here we have our Skittles. Then we have our counters. We have our ones, our tens, our hundreds, and our thousands. Now, sometimes I like to use these as fives just because we don't have any fives in here, so sometimes I do use these as fives. I'm not really sure if that's what you're supposed to do, but that's how I do it. Okay, so for this one, for Joan having $30 in $5 bills, that one I'm just going to count by 5 until I get to 30. So let's just use our Skittles. So she has 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30. So how many $5 bills does she have here? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So our answer here, she has 6 $5 bills. And don't forget about your unit. Our unit there was $5 bills. That's what they were looking for. That was the question, and that's what they were asking. So you want to always make sure that you write out your unit. Now, in order for us to have a problem for that, we need to make sure that we're putting out an equation. So our equation for that, and I'm going to try to, you're going to have to hold on. My camera's going to go down for 1 sec. Okay, guys, hold on. Okay, now I'm back. All right, so our division problem for that was 30 divided by 5 equaled 6. Okay, so that's going to be your equation for that. And remember, sometimes they're not going to look for an equation. Sometimes they're just going to look for a number sentence, which means you don't need to put that answer. You just need to put 30 divided by 5 if they're not looking for a full equation. Remember, equation means it's equal to something, okay? All right, let's take a look at our next one. Sally goes out to lunch with Dan and Nancy. So automatically there we have 3 people, right? You always want to look for numbers, okay? The total bill came to $24. They decided to equally split the bill. So let's see. Let's put these people out here. We have Sally. I'm sorry I keep blocking the camera, guys. Dan. And we also have Nancy. Let's make Nancy red. Okay? And we're going to be counting up to $24 because they split that bill evenly, didn't they? So we're going to be counting up to 24. Now, instead of me automatically starting off by counting by ones, who remembers what it is that I like to start off counting by? Think about that for 1 second. That's right, 5s. So remember how I said I like to use these counters as my 5s? I'm going to go ahead and do that. So let's say 5, 10, 15. Now, if I go again and do 5 more, I have 5, 10, 15, I'd have 20, 25, wouldn't I? So I'm not going to do 5s anymore, correct? What am I going to do? That's right, I'm going to do 1s now. So I'm at 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. And now I'm all the way to 24. So now I can stop and I can see how much does each of my person have to spend. So let's look at Sally. She has $5, $6, $7, $8. Don't forget about our sorry, make myself some room here. Sorry, don't forget about our unit. I'm getting all thrown off right here. I don't have a lot of workspace. So we're going to write down our unit, okay? So they each person spent $8, okay? You can write it with that dollar symbol, or you can actually write out the word dollars if you want to. And then let's look and see what would our equation be. So they started out with $24. They divided that amongst 3 people, and that equaled 8 per person. Yeah? Is that what you got? I hope so. All right. You guys are going to have a chance to practice these too, because I'm going to be sending your parents a worksheet. I will also put the link to the worksheet in the description below. But for the kids that are in my actual classroom, I will be posting this on our class dojo, and I will send your parents the link to the worksheet so that way you guys can practice these at home as well. Now let's look at this third one. This one's a little tricky one that I wrote. A restaurant sold 14 pizzas in 1 week. How many pizzas on average were sold each day? Now, that only has one number in it, it seems. What do you think the other number is that we're going to use? Let's take a look at that again. A restaurant sold 14 pizzas in 1 week. So 1 week has how many days in it? That's right, it has 7 days. So we're going to use those 7 days and divide that into the 14, okay? So we have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Let's put over there. Okay, now let's divide these 14 pizzas up between all of these. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So everyone has 1 so far. Let's try that one more time. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. So now we're done. Remember, we always have to stop at that number, okay? So we have 14 now. Now let's look at each day, okay? Let's look at our Sunday over here. Move these out the way. Okay, so let's look at Sunday. How many pizzas were sold on Sunday? That's right, there were 2 pizzas. So when we write that out, again, I'm losing all my space here to write. So we're going to say 2 pizzas. So remember that that's our unit. You always want to put your unit. And now let's write out our division problem to that. We had 14 pizzas divided amongst 7 days, which was our week, and that equaled 2 pizzas per day. Okay? So I'm going to give you guys some practice problems. I'm also going to include the answer sheet for your parents. That way they can check those for you and make sure that you did them correctly. And it will be posted in the description, or if you're in my classroom already, I'm going to send that to your parents directly. All right?